Good morning, every scholar and professor. I'm so glad to be here at the third International Conference on Business and Policy Studies. I'm Kang from the Inner Mongolia University. My major is international economic law, focusing on data protection and cybersecurity. And now I begin my report. In my paper, I talk about the situation of digital trade rules scattered in regional trade agreements and the challenges for establishing a multilateral digital trade agreement under WTO's framework. The WTO, as we all know, initiated a multilateral negotiation on e-commerce in 2019. The US proposed a comprehensive and high-standard framework for digital trade, emphasizing the free flow of data and opposing data localization. The EU, on the other hand, stressed that the protection of personal data should be a prerequisite for data flow. However, it's noteworthy that many developing members, including China, holding a very conservative stance on digital trade and the free flow of data. Some developing members did not join the negotiation, absent from the joint statement, or show their resistance to digital trade in the proposals. This divergence piques my interest. According to the two sets of data collected by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, well, developing members may currently be lag behind in the digital economy. They hold a significant potential thanks to their vast user base. They are expected to experience the most fast growth in global internet users. This also presents an opportunity for them to experience a substantial surge in the volume of digital trade. Thus, focusing on the situation of developing members in the global digital trade market is very crucial to us. It ensures equality, providing every member state with an equal chance to enjoy the market share. Moreover, it promotes the sustainable development of the global trade market. After examining 3 templates of digital trade rules and reviewing proposals from the US, EU, China, and some developing members, I identified the challenges that hinder the formation of a multilateral digital trade agreement, and I explored how to address these challenges to establish a more inclusive agreement. Generally, there are 2 main challenges hindering establishment of multilateral digital trade agreement. First, there's a considerable digital trade between developing members and developing members. Therefore, their interests in digital trade are very different. Developing members pursue the free flow of data to boost their benefits and market share. However, developing members find struggling to benefit them from data flow. They worry about that unrestricted data flow might impact their domestic economy or pose risk to their cybersecurity. So, from the regional trade agreements signed by member states, we can clearly find their different interests in digital trade. Since the evolution from the Korea-US Free Trade Agreement and the Trans-Pacific Partnership and the United States Canada-Mexico agreements, the US consistently supports cross-border data flow and opposed data localization. During the Trans-Pacific Partnership era, the US included legitimate regulatory requirements and public policy objectives as exceptions. Well, in the United States, Mexico, Canada agreements era, exceptions for data free flow and data localization were eliminated. The EU has a similar stance, encouraging transborder data flow without barriers and expressing disapproval of data localization. Moreover, it specifies that members may adopt suitable measures to protect data privacy. On the contrary, the RCEP shows inclusivity towards developing members. The RCEP encourages for the free flow of data while allowing exceptions for legitimate public policy objectives and essential security interests. It grants each party discretionary power to determine the localization of computing facilities based on member states' regulatory requirements. Another challenge lies in the divergence between the digital trade market and the WTO legal framework. On the one hand, the definition of e-commerce, digital trade, and other related concepts are still unclear. The US proposed replacing e-commerce with digital trade, while the EU consistently uses e-commerce. In WTO, both terms are used interchangeably. This mixing of concepts may raise challenges in determining the scope of digital trade rules. On the other hand, the existing WTO law struggles to adapt to today's digital trade market. Currently, there are 3 templates for digital trade rules scattered in various RTAs. These include the high standard, the free flow American templates, EU templates that are focusing on the protection of personal data, and developing countries templates accommodating to regulatory requirements on data flow and data localization. Although each template has its unique features, the gathered nature of digital trade rules can worsen the digital divide, or leaving the member states frustrated with the slow progress of the WTO e-commerce work program. To address these challenges, we can consider various solutions. This includes providing clear definition related to digital trade and allowing reasonable exception for national security and personal information protection. Additionally, discussion within the WTO e-commerce work program should cover the infrastructure or technical assistance to assist in developing members and least developing countries. In this study, I examined 3 common templates of digital trade, reviewed proposals from both developed and developing members, and identified 2 primary challenges for creating a multilateral trade agreement within the WTO framework. One challenge stems from the differing interests of developing and developing members due to the digital divide. This leads to contrasting positions on data flow and data localization. The other challenge arises from existing digital trade scattered across various RTAs, which do not align well with the WTO law. In light of this circumstance, WTO members should actively join the multilateral negotiation, aim at to formate a digital trade multilateral agreement which encourage free flow of data, but at the same time, accommodate regional regulatory requirements for developing members. Okay, that's all the thing I'm to share. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or something else to share, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'm looking forward to any thoughtful feedback or something interesting insights. Thank you very much.